All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Meta Kings podcast, where we give our unfiltered opinion on trending topics in the urban community and in pop culture. As always, Jay, start us off. Tell us about your week, man.
What's going on, y'all? I miss you guys, man. I really do. We got to keep this consistent, right? We've been getting a lot of people hitting us up, man. Like, yo, when you dropping content, and then it all falls on him. It's his problem,
Wow. Y'all don't see that the theme of this thing is that he blames me for everything?
Hey, somebody got to
I'm always blamed. What's wrong with you, bro?
My week was good, though, man. Week was what happened last week? I mean, it was nice, man. We just, this is a little controversial, but we had a nice 4th of July.
Yeah.
Right. Some people feel like you shouldn't really celebrate the 4th.
It's funny. I seen and I'm gonna shout him out. He's a cool dude. I'll drop his comments. He's one of the podcasters that I follow that follows us. He put out a Instagram post, right?
Yeah.
Where he was like, reasons why you should not celebrate July 4th. But as he was going through it, he was saying other things that we celebrate, and it was contradicting his statement. So he's like, you know what? Enjoy your ribs. It was mad funny. Like
other stuff like what?
Like he was saying like okay, this might get a little touchy, but he was just saying like
Easter?
Mothers don't celebrate. We don't celebrate mothers on Father's Day. He was like, well, 2 moms. Then he was like,
right.
He's like, you wouldn't, if you're not Mexican, you wouldn't go eat tacos on Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
It's just like, oh, but we do eat tacos on Cinco. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, listen, I understand everything, but you know what? For me, you know what I'm saying? I'll be very transparent. Besides this, I work a 9 to 5. So having any type of day off to enjoy with friends and family, I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it.
Right. That's actually a smart response. How was your week though, man? Because we can go back and forth.
Man,
I do want to ask you something about that, but how was your week though?
My week was cool, man. You know, the week went by so fast, it's even hard for me. I mean, July 4th was cool. We spent it together with family and friends. A lot of fireworks. That was my first time in a fireworks show.
Oh, we do it big every year.
No. Big is an understatement. Yeah. Y'all did it colossal.
For like 3 hours straight.
I don't think I got my hearing back till like maybe the next day.
I had a question. What is the Macy's Day Parade compared to us? No, that's cap.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you want me to be honest or you want me to flatter you guys? I mean.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you pay some bills?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Caught me off guard with that one. All right, listen, before we get to the episode, we're going to pay some bills. As always, a very, very big special thanks to our sponsor, where'smyvape.com, right? And I don't know about you, but, you know, one thing I love about where'smyvape.com is that when you go on the website, it's very easy to use. You can get your vapes. You can get your mileys. You can get your disposable, right?
Yeah.
Anything you want to have a great vaping experience, where'smyvape.com.
I think by next episode, we should actually probably have some to show them, you know what I'm saying? It's lovely, different flavors.
Look at them in the camera and tell them. By next episode, guys,
yeah.
Can you get us some vapes?
Right, different flavors. But I mean, it's fanatic, man. So definitely go cop some vapes. What's that? Where'smyvape.com?
Yeah,
right?
But the website is dope. So, you know, all right. So that's that, really. Listen, as you can see, let's address the elephant in the room. We're definitely in a different studio, right?
Yeah.
So
it looks amazing, though.
Nah. This studio is it. So really big shout out to Brooklyn Podcasting Studios.
Right.
Big shout out to Josh. He's been super, super, super hospitable. He even got us some real cool lotion. I forgot the name of it, but we was hurting out here.
Big shout out to Josh.
He got it. Whatever we need, he got it for us, and the experience has been great. You know what I'm saying? In another episode, we can get into some reasons why we switch studios, but there's a lot of blessings in disguise. When one door closed, another one opens, and this one has opened. So we're super grateful.
I gotta speak my piece.
Uh-oh.
I gotta say my piece, right? I'm the type of person, I like transparency, right? That's why we're a brand, Meta Kings, right?
Right.
Prior to this, man, I was pissed. I kind of still am pissed, you know what I'm saying? But I got to let it go. I don't like...
Royally pissed.
Right.
Key and Peele fans.
I don't like doing business or going into anything that involves with me where, you know, like if you don't keep it respectful in terms of with your time, like I hold your words accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Word is bond.
You know, and I don't know about future episodes, but I don't even think that's a thing right now, right? Of these guests, but
now he's mad.
Yeah, listen, we had a treat for you guys. We had a treat, some respectable people in their area, and it's like, you know, you know.
All right, I'm gonna be his anger translator again for the Camp Hill people.
Yeah,
we had.
I gotta get it out, man. I'm pissed.
We had a fire interview planned for y'all today. Unfortunately, they were not able to make it last minute. That's really effed up. But you know what? We're still here. That's why we're your Meta King. So understand that right now we're actually literally just going with the flow. We're pivoting on the fly. We're sitting back. We're chilling. So you know what? Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that episode. You guys would have loved who the guests were. It would have been cool.
Right.
But it is what it is, man. That's why we love y'all, because y'all going to rock with us anyway, right?
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to for our last video that dropped. Thank you guys for supporting. You guys got us to 12K, 11K views.
Close to 12K,
right? And we're on a road to 10K subscribers. So help us out, right? Share.
It's been a little slow, guys. You've been slowing down. Like, you know what I think is happening?
What's up?
I feel like once we kind of find our stride, we started hitting the streets. Look how far behind the scenes video we're gonna drop this week.
Right.
But we started hitting the streets. I feel like that same hunger and energy we went with, people felt the same thing towards us.
Right.
And I feel like now it's slowing down on both sides. So listen, the best way you can support us, we're not even asking for no Cash Apps or Zells right now.
Right.
We just want you guys to spread the good word. You know what I'm saying?
No, we want the Cash Apps and Zells if you want to support us. I'm never turning that money. This guy's bugging. You bugging all the way up. But thank you for commenting, for your support. Continue to get us to 10K views.
Yes.
I mean 10K subscribers.
Yep.
And let's jump right into it.
All right, so look, it looks like this episode we're gonna do a full meditation episode. For those of you who watched last week, we got into our first meditation segment, where basically what we do, we run through stories that's trending right now in pop culture and the urban community, and we discuss them. Now, full disclaimer: it's not that I fear being canceled. I just still believe in freedom of speech in America, right? I do believe that, yes.
What topic are you talking about?
I'm talking about period.
Okay.
I am the type of person, and I know you to be.
Right.
I'm going to say what I feel.
You should.
On any topic.
It's called freedom of speech.
You might not like it, and you don't have to. You might debate with me and say something or teach me something that could open my eyes. Same thing as I might say something that could open your eyes. But please, I'm asking, don't be disrespectful under the comments. Save the death threats, because I guarantee you, if we linked up one-on-one, you couldn't take me on. So let's just keep it cordial, respectful, and let's just have some fun. That's how I feel.
So you believe people should have freedom of speech, regardless of even if what they're saying is completely garbage?
I mean, listen.
You're entitled to your own right and your opinion.
You're entitled to your own opinion. I might not agree with it. I might not like it. I might find it inflammatory. But I also have the right to tell you I feel that way.
So when you believe a person or a group or an organization should be canceled, or you don't believe in canceling, period?
I think that there's certain things in our world as a humanity that's inherently bad.
Like
just by nature is bad. Like, for example, if you're talking about murder,
okay,
as a people, that's bad.
Right.
If you're talking about rape,
okay,
as a people, that's bad. You're talking about genocide. You know what I'm saying?
So things that go against like humanistic morals.
Right. Basically, you want to be the 2022 Hitler, then I can't rock with you. Then you need to be canceled immediately.
So you point on something.
I'm not gonna get political. But anything else that you want to say, like I used to say it all the time, even in regards to race, right? I used to kind of, because I consider myself a universalist.
Okay.
I believe that all people, no matter what your race, your color, your creed, I believe that all people are people, and that if we put our racial differences, or cultural divides together,
oh my God,
that we can rock, right?
Oh my God.
What?
That's my words, bro.
Excuse me?
We were just talking about this on the 4th.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that wasn't your stance on the 4th.
What?
You were more pro a certain type of race, no?
No, I wasn't. I told you that from the beginning. Matter of fact, you guys have been rocking with us, so you see how his fake competition. He's always
it's not a competition.
Picking at my words.
Hey, listen. If maybe I misunderstood you.
No, let me remind you. I think you had too much of that.
What's that? This is water.
When you mentioned the words, you said you're all people. I'm the one who introduced to you the term universalist. Did you remember how I told you how I got that term?
Oh.
I was in Bushwick. I did a studio session. I was outside with a very nice white young lady.
Right.
And we were talking about the differences in our culture. And I was telling her how, as a white young lady, she can say she wants to travel the country and she doesn't have to worry where she stops to use the bathroom.
Dog, I'm just pulling your legs around.
Yeah, no, you pulled it a little too far.
I got you.
Like,
now let's jump into it.
Yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so
you
full meditation episode.
You brought up the whole, you don't believe in the whole canceling thing. Why? You got a controversial topic? You got a topic that's...
Don't do that. We agreed you were going to start. You was gonna bring up the first topic. Yo, this guy will all the smoke with me today.
All right, so listen, man. First topic at hand. Actually, this is a little bit serious. This actually happened on the 4th. You heard about the Louisiana shooting?
Louisiana or Chicago?
It was Chicago?
It was Chicago.
Chicago? All right, it was Chicago. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where did I get Louisiana for? Maybe I wanted some Popeye's chicken or something like that.
Yeah, you're probably hungry,
but there was a guy who the reason why this thing is crazy because we actually touched on this I think 2 episodes ago, and it was about mass shootings happening in our country right now, and it's sad to like see like yet again like I was like I saw like almost every major outlet, TMZ, World Star, Shade Room, everybody was dropping, like the news that happened, and it was and what really got to me was I was reading the comments, and it was so sad to like see how people are like, yo, they're actually scared to come outside now.
Yeah, so, I heard a lot of events was canceled.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and this guy disguised himself as a woman. Right, dressed as a woman, came out, did his things. Multiple people were shot. I believe 6, 7.
Yeah, I think 16 shot, 5 dead.
No, 6.
6 dead.
6. Unfortunately, six died, and then it's sad, man. And then like he disguised himself as a woman. So after he did the shooting, I think he went on the roof, went to his mom's house, got a car, drove off. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the things that's happening in this country is I don't get it.
You know what my thing is? You know what's scary for me?
Yeah.
As more and more of these stories continue to pop up, you almost become desensitized to it. It almost looks like just another post passing through your timeline.
That's scary.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if you remember when the Columbine shooting happened.
Yeah.
The world stopped.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole world stopped, and now it's like a Columbine shooting every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Statistically, I said it from the last segment that we had, where because that's what we were talking about. It's not just to talk about the shootings, but are there any solutions
to it?
Right, that can be brought about to like kind of lessen it.
But you know what though, I have a take on it that might sound a little weird, right?
What's up?
I kind of feel like more than ever we live in a world of trends, and I feel like the news media has been the biggest trendsetters forever until social media became a thing, right? But here's my thing. I remember there was a time, right? And I always thought about this. I remember there was a time where there was like a big bus accident. There was like a Chinese bus going somewhere. And I remember like for the next 3 months, they were reporting bus accidents all over the place.
Right.
And I remember I told my mom, I'm like, yo, Mom, I see a bus accident every day I take the Bell Parkway. But now it's a trend. Bus accident is a trend. They're going to report it. So my thing is, please don't be fooled into thinking that these shootings are new. They're not. It's been a problem in our society for a long time. What's happening now is that now it's getting a lot of attention. It's getting a lot of eyeballs.
But mass shootings like this with like weapons of like assault rifles,
bro. Assault rifles has been around for a very long time.
I don't think it's a common thing that people like 20 people getting shot at one time, bro. That's not something that's been common that been kept under the rug.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? We grew up, you know what I'm saying, in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen multiple people shot at a matter of fact.
Not at one time though, bro.
No, you can't say that.
Why can't I say that?
Did you know in East New York, I don't even know how many casualties. This was like 2 days ago in broad daylight. A navigator pulled up on a block on a group of people, windows down, and just aired it out.
How many people died?
That's why I said I don't have the casualty number. The point I'm trying to make is that don't think that this is a problem that just started. This is something that's been swept under the rug for a very long time.
So is there a solution though? Do you think there's a solution?
I mean, I think that there's steps you can put in place.
Guns,
I don't think that there's a
cancel out the Second Amendment right. Like, what do you think?
I don't think that there's a one size fits all solution. I think that me personally think instead of everybody kind of looking to the one government to fix it, I kind of push it back on the municipal governments and the local governments. It starts there.
Well, I mean, there was some type of progress from the last time we recorded where I think it was done on the federal level now where
with the increased background checks.
Not even that. The age to actually buy weapons now went from 18 to 21.
Okay.
Is that gonna make a difference? I don't know. That would have made a difference in the Texas shooting,
right?
Because as soon as dude turned
2
18,
weeks after he turned 18,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think it was May 22nd or so, and then May 25th is when he actually did the act. You know what I'm saying? So that probably would have I don't know, man. I saw that and I wanted to touch base on that because it's like at some point in time, when are we gonna stop? Is it? I definitely agree with you where like, it probably stems further than just the president, where right, like
it starts
local governments, the
federal government, right? All right. We could do a whole episode on this, and truth be told, I don't want to.
Right.
But
so don't do it then.
No, I'm just saying, like there's a lot that can be said, right? But I feel like it's bigger than, because I remember we were gonna do that one episode focus around the mass shootings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we went in a different direction, and there was a website that showed that majority of the mass shootings that are infamous in our country, the guns were bought legally. It wasn't no buy it in the back of the trunk, your man's passed you a tutu that you put in your sock. These guys was walking into legal gun shops, Walmarts, and buying high-powered weapons of mass destruction.
Yes.
So clearly it starts there. It kind of reminds me of in the 90s. You know, I was a 90s baby, but I like history.
Right.
Where when they wanted to kind of stop a lot of the crime, they realized like a lot of the criminals were taking the subway, right? So what did they do? They blitzed the subways.
Right.
Right, and then they stopped certain things, and I feel like sometimes you got to just try to, you can't always fix every single leak, but what you can do, you can kind of try to find the source of the leak. So I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You can't fix every single crack, but you can find the source of a leak and control.
And try to stop it, right?
And try to stop it from there.
Yeah. I mean, our heart goes out to people that lost their lives, man.
All the victims, man.
Yeah, much respect. And, you know, not hopefully, but yeah, we should find a solution soon. But what you got for us, bro?
Okay, so should we stay along some more serious topics, or should I go to something lighter? Because I have a little bit of both.
We can stay serious.
Okay.
That way when we leave that behind.
All right, semi-serious. Okay, so I don't know if you guys all heard, but recently Macy Gray was doing an interview. And
fill me in this. And I'm sorry for cutting you off because I don't really know so much the background.
Yeah, I mean, I seen it on Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. There was an interview where I guess Macy Gray was asked about trans people.
Right.
And she made a statement that said, just because you change your body parts, that doesn't make you a woman. And then it popped up on the Shade Room today that she's getting death threats and all, and she's addressing the people who's sending her death threats and stuff like that. But yeah, so basically she made that comment, and now she's getting death threats, and you know, of course, after the death threats comes talks of cancellation and this and that, and then maybe, I mean, does Macy Gray even play anymore? But maybe KTU might decide we're gonna pull her songs and all that stuff. So what do you think?
I mean, it depends, man. I know I saw an article. I can't tell you if it's facts or not. I can just paraphrase, but I know and don't quote me if I'm wrong. So I know we do the editing. So if I'm wrong, throw up the article online. But didn't they ban transgender women or men from participating in
women's sports?
In women's sports?
I haven't seen that. I'm not sure which article you're talking about, but if I can find it, I'll post it up there.
I mean,
I got an opinion on that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing though, no?
No, I mean, her statement was pretty clear. It wasn't even like a kind of like
Her statement was what again?
Just because you change your body parts, that doesn't make you a woman.
It's the same thing. I mean, I don't know.
Hold on, bro. You're dancing around it. No. I'm asking you a question. How do you feel about it? All right.
That's different, man, because I have friends and I know people who are in the LGBT community. So it's like, I mean, I think she's entitled to her opinion, her comment.
Okay.
Right. It almost seems like just because somebody identifies in the LGBT community, if you are opinionated about something, maybe it may be new to you, right? Because you know, it's not something that just came about. It's always been around.
Okay.
But they've gotten their rights in the last decade.
Right.
Right. So what I don't necessarily like is the fact that if somebody pours out their opinion about, something in that manner where automatically they get canceled, or you take it as serious to sending death threats. That to me is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because it didn't sound like, she didn't say, "Oh, you're weird for doing that" or anything like that.
No, she just said that in her opinion, it doesn't really make you a woman.
Right. Can you give your I mean, is it right for you to say who? I mean, if a person, this is a yeah, this is something that we've been trying to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, if you identify, if you change your body parts, if you naturally say you identify something, you change your body, and so biologically you are considered, right, a woman or man, right? If you have that change.
Biologically, I wouldn't say biologically.
Surgically.
Yes, I mean, listen.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can't comment on that because I don't know. Like you said, we both have friends.
So that's my question. So since you're saying you can't comment on that,
I can't comment on whether to you that makes you biologically a woman or not. My point is, what I can comment on and what I'm trying to ask you is, I feel like Macy Gray has every right to say what she said. She's 1,000% entitled to her opinion.
But okay, to her opinion.
And I feel like,
because I agree,
right.
But in the same sense of you saying that, you don't feel like, because you don't know whatever's, you can't comment on that. So if you don't know about something, then why comment on something? Comment on that.
I'm not, because I'm not a scientist.
Then,
so I don't know.
Somebody who probably has went through that procedure or whatever the whole nine yards may feel offended. Like, yo, dude, you don't know what I'm going through.
I'll put it this way. No, I don't know what somebody's going through, right?
But what?
But I do know somebody.
I knew the butt was coming.
I do know somebody who did the opposite. They went from a woman to a man.
Okay.
They did the changed woman to a man. And I know that from conversations with that person, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking out of school. I would not mention who it is or whatever. But they have to take certain types of medicines to control their hormones.
Right.
And the estrogen. Like sometimes they say, like sometimes they just break down and cry. So to me, that tells me if you have to take medicine.
I was not ready for this. So
then to me, that tells me biologically you're still a woman. But that's not even my point. My point is, this is the point I was making earlier.
Right.
People are entitled to their own opinion. And I feel like it's so sad that in this version of America, you can't really speak or say something without people feeling like you have to pick a side. So you can't have this opinion, and if you agree with her opinion, or if you support her having that opinion, you're anti this or you're anti that. That's not fair.
Very sad. Yeah, it's why I said, like, even with democracy or whatever, the Constitution, right? Your amendments, right? It's like it sounds good theoretically, but in practice, do we really, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard. I feel like America does a good job because it is a tight line to walk. And I feel like we do a decent job.
How is it a tight line where if you give your opinion on a topic, you stand a chance of being canceled?
But that's the thing. Canceled by who, though?
By the powers that be.
Which powers?
There's powers that be, bro. There's people who have influence, right? Yeah, I mean, this is
to me, cancellation is a concept.
Not necessarily, bro.
But 20, 30 years ago, cancellation is a real thing. It's a concept. I can get on a camera on the internet. There's some dark website that's going to have me. You cannot fully cancel me. If today I say something you don't like and you cancel me, okay, maybe you won't see me on Twitter, maybe you won't see me on YouTube, but I'll be out there.
Yeah, but it's not the same. So what if you had endorsements? Cancel means that what if people just decided, the powers that be.
Well, that's different.
No, it's not different.
It is different.
That's what they mean by cancel.
So no, they're affecting you financially, but they're not canceling you.
They control mainstream. Like people who say cancel, you're canceled for whatever reason. It doesn't necessarily have to even be about anything particularly into the LGBT. Just canceled in general. It's like they control the media. They control.
Well, guess what though? That's the world we live in. Everyone has an agenda. So, for example, let's say I sit up here.
No, I agree.
Hold on. Let's say I sit up here and I'm like, yo, I'm pro guns, man. Everybody should have whatever gun they want. Carry a bazooka into a Walmart, whatever, right? I might be canceled by almost every sponsor we have. But then guess what? I might get a call from the NRA and they might offer me everything those people offer me combined.
Yeah, but I think that's what I'm saying about the powers that be. When you're talking about canceled, it may be even up to that platform where you try to go get a firearm and they're like, nope. And then I give you a reason why.
Because they know what's up. Yeah, I get it.
That's what canceled means, you know what I'm saying? So that's why people walk around on eggshells. It's like, yo,
and it does affect your life.
I'm not sure if I want to touch on this topic because I feel some type of way because
guess what? I'm going to touch on the topic.
Well,
number one, Macy Gray is entitled to her own opinion. You heard it from me. She's entitled. Agree. Number two, I do not necessarily disagree. My mom went through 9 months of hard labor and had a cesarean section for my big ass to come out.
I got to find a topic real quick.
And to that effect, if I feel like being a woman, being a mother, right? And I'm not just saying this about black women. Women in general go through a lot. I remember I was when I was in college, I was at a seminar, right? Shout out John J. Root. And I was at a seminar, and a gentleman was asking.
Shout out the hood.
A gentleman, one of the professors, it was actually a visitor who came and they was talking to us about gender equality and everything. And one of the things he was asking was like, he asked the men, how many times did you feel unsafe this week? Like walking to your car, walking to the parking lot, you know what I'm saying? Then he asked the women. You can guess what that answer was. I feel like being a woman is so, right. Especially being a woman from birth and right. growing up, it's not easy. I have a daughter and I have sisters.
Right.
You're the closest thing to my brother.
Right.
I respect women on another level.
Nigga, I am your brother.
Yeah, and I'm saying, yeah, right. I seen what my sisters went through.
Right.
I seen what my mother went through growing up, having to really, and my dad did his best. My dad was there as best as he could.
Right.
But I see how hard it was for my mom, going to college, working afterwards, and then coming home and sometimes having to cook, and then coming home late, and sometimes I'd have to walk with my sister to the train to pick her up because she was afraid to walk from the train.
Right.
That's something that, as a man, I can never fully understand, but I can appreciate.
Right.
So you're not going to tell me because you flip your fingers sometimes and you have an attitude and then you change your body parts, you're qualified to say that you haven't been through all of that. It's a choice that you made, and I respect your choice. But to now sit there and now say that and then another thing too, I'm on a roll and I'm not going to stop.
No, I see.
Transgender women, right? Put it this way, before I even make my point.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Please stop.
No, before I even make my point, right? Look at me. Do I have to stand up? Josh, do I have room to stand up?
Not that much.
Not that much. Look at me. I'm 252 pounds.
Maybe 260.
No, 252.
All right.
I'm 252 pounds.
Right.
If I join a women's sports today, let's say I join a women's football
almost
league,
everything. Right.
I'm going to destroy them.
That has to do with physicality.
It wouldn't even be fair.
Right.
So now you see me now, 252. Imagine I'm the same person, but I underwent a sex change, right? Which I'm entitled to do. That's my business.
Right.
I got some hair, right? I did a body part change, right? But I'm still the same 252-pound powerhouse. Is it fair for me to be able to join a women's sport and mow those women down? And still celebrate as if I did something like really truly special?
I'm going to attempt to give my point of view on this, and then I urge us to please go to the next topic. All right.
Okay.
So the way I was brought up, certain mindset, certain conditioning, to an extent, like I was only one-sided, right? I like to say, as I've been able to experience life on my own, I see things differently now. I'm very open-minded, right? And so a lot of the times when a person gives an account, even in your perspective, right, from your perspective of things, that's just from you, right? But you got to understand where there's like, I didn't get it before, but like if you have conversations, right? I used to be in the bank, so right. So, and I've taken my time to ask certain individuals, right? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you identify this, whatever, and when you born this way, and some people actually feel like, like they actually were born this way, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like, so I get it from maybe anatomy, right, or biological standpoint, like, if you were probably born with these organs, and from our standpoint, it's like, yo, dude, you was born a dude, whatever, I respect you from changing, but it's like, is it really fair all the way if they wholeheartedly just feel like, like, this is, what they are, and they, whatever, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's our place to really stop stopping individual. I don't know. It's tough.
Well, first you can't stop an individual.
Wait, because then I mean, then you could like bring up topics of like shared bathrooms or like being able, like it gets really deep.
But see, those two things though, they're not mutually exclusive. That's what people need to understand, and I feel like everyone is kind of missing that point.
So can I do this? Can we do this? Because I feel like in order to talk about this, we need a panel. We need like more guests on the show, like and we've talked about this, right? We have friends, like
right. Get them on here and really have a conversation.
And I want to have a conversation, right?
I mean, yeah, and I think conversation like that is healthy because it helps everyone to understand.
100%.
Like I go back because I like to talk to people. I'm not shy to say I want to know more. I remember I had a conversation with a dude in college. I love college. People don't understand. College is not just about I want a job. College really opens your eyes. You get to meet new people. You get to mingle. You get to really share and exchange ideas. And I remember like there was a gay like club group in school.
Right.
And I went to have some conversation because I just kind of wanted to know where they were coming from. And I told them I respect them and I appreciate their bravery.
Right.
Because back then it wasn't trendy to be homosexual.
Right.
It was tough.
Right.
And me and a couple friends, we went over there and we had a conversation with them and we were talking. And one guy said something to me that really changed how I view homosexuality.
Right.
He said, close your eyes. He said, imagine kissing a guy with the hairiest mustache you can imagine.
Right.
So I cringed a little bit. I'm like, ew.
Right.
He goes, that's how I feel kissing a woman.
Right.
When he said that, I'm like, I hear you, bro. I get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so as a person, do what you want.
I mean,
to each his own, but that's different than saying what kind of, what's the word?
I'm into philosophy, bro, right? So philosophy, you have to kind of put on a helmet of like a non-biased perspective, and I'm gonna change the topic, but we're gonna stay on because we'll come back to this, right?
Right.
Another episode, but let's stay on the whole canceled or not being canceled, right?
Right.
So R. Kelly,
yeah,
right? News came out 2 weeks ago that they came to a verdict. They found him guilty and they sentenced him to 30 years in jail.
He just came on for suicide watch too.
He just came off. They said that was kind of like a planned agenda as well too. It's kind of like torturing, but whatever. How do you feel about that? So me and you were having a conversation, and around July, the summertime is just it's a barbecue time, especially in the African American community. And I remember I was at a barbecue, and I kind of felt weird because it was like normally you could throw on some R. Kelly in the barbecue, and I'm asking myself like, yo, damn, do I do it? Don't I do it? Are they gonna look at me weird? Like,
no fiesta.
Cause technically speaking, he's canceled to an extent, right?
Right.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel that, so according to our judicial system, he was given a verdict, right? He was sentenced. He was found guilty. So being the fact that he was found guilty, but also with the way he impacted the R&B community.
Right there, I kind of hate when people say that.
What?
Okay, people say, okay, he was found guilty, so therefore we could operate from that. But you know how many people have been in jail?
Agreed.
Found guilty and they weren't?
Agreed.
And I'm not saying that about Kelly.
Nah, see, wait, hold on.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Right, you could take that. You could take that multiple places. Because I'm one. Go on my social media page and I say, Lady Justice really doesn't exist.
Right.
She comes at certain points in our community, right?
Right.
And I mean not in our community, in the judicial system, right?
Right.
But we're not gonna go there because I agree with you. But in terms of R. Kelly,
this case, right?
In this case, he was found guilty.
Yes. And
there were documentaries, right? There were videos.
Evidence,
wow, yeah, videos. Damn. Parents who actually came and gave testified about certain things that their daughters went through. But then we can't close our eyes and say like, yo, damn, like he wasn't. Damn, I'm looking at you the whole time. You're not even that pretty, man. So,
I mean, I hope not.
All right,
rather be handsome.
All right. So anyway,
so not going to pretty people.
All right. So, I want to know what you guys think because we've been talking to each other, right? Just worried about the audio, right? But we
forgot all about them.
Yeah, definitely. I want to know what you guys think.
Comment
below for a fact. Like, should R. Kelly music be canceled? Like, should we not play him at barbecues? Like, my son's birthday was the other day, so I can't sing, so I'm not even gonna attempt it. But I don't know. So how do I feel before I ask you?
Yeah. I think clearly you feel awkward.
I do feel awkward. So here's my thing. I think R. Kelly, you can't. I mean, say what you want about his personal endeavors, but you can't. I mean, the guy made beautiful music, bro.
Yeah.
Chocolate Factory, and you know what I'm saying, Step in the Name of Love, and the whole nine yards, right? So
this is a tough one, bro.
Yeah, it's very.
This
tough,
is a very because normally I say.
I want to know what y'all think.
Normally, I always say kind of like. You like, especially in the music world, and you know me being an artist, right?
Right.
I always kind of say like sometimes you have to separate the music from the person because the music is even bigger than the person.
Right.
Like the music as an entity is a bigger, it's a higher plane than the person.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
So when you hear "Seems Like You're Ready,"
that's what I was about to get to.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I feel like in
I
this
think about it, I'm like, yo, damn, Kels, what you?
Right. I think this situation's a little different because when you have a grown man that sings mostly about love. And you know
The
about
Piper and
yeah, and then you kind of think
man.
about where his head might have been at when he sang it. As somebody with a daughter, a young daughter, it is kind of it makes me cringe. I'm not gonna lie. So I kind of feel like in me personally, in this instance, I won't play R. Kelly, and I won't knock.
So do you filter out
would.
certain songs, or you just cancel the whole artist? Period.
I don't even have the time to filter songs, bro. I'd rather just not play him.
Damn. Okay.
And I was a big R. Kelly fan, man, but. I just cringe now when I hear certain things. It's like, yo, bro,
So I got another thing, right? So I know recently Bill Cosby just actually lost a civil suit, but he actually went through a similar situation. He did some years, counted as time served, and then got it overturned, right? I think they appealed, right? So what happens in a case where? Because it's a possibility, because you already know, if not already, his lawyers probably already filed for an appeal, right? So what happens if
he has money left?
Right, and if they do an appeal and they find out, you know, whatever situations and it gets thrown out.
Doesn't matter. We already know what we know. If there's any appeal and it's overturned, that's just, you know, like you said, Lady Justice don't really exist because.
So by terms, if you know, you know.
Yeah, I feel like those girls do deserve justice. He does deserve to do 30 years if everything happened the way he said he did. And guess what? You want to hear a hot take?
What's up?
The parents who took money,
they should do time as well.
They should be sitting right there with him.
Right.
They should be sitting right there along with him.
Because those girls were minors.
That's crazy.
Right.
You couldn't offer me the world to give you my daughter. I can't even imagine what they were thinking.
Right. No.
But
as a parent, I agree with you.
I don't know.
I mean, normally we go back and forth but I agree with you 100%.
It's okay to agree with me, bro.
I mean, we still got the team.
We don't got to argue
man.
every single time.
Let me speak to you, beautiful people, man. I know
he's so good at finessing the people, bro.
Listen, I know we've been spending time, and I like this. We actually listen. Though for those of you who don't come on the show, you know, anyway, screw you. But
cut it out.
No, I'm not cutting it out because I feel better now because I have to let it go. But we touched on like 3 topics, and we definitely want to know how you feel in the comments.
Yes,
y'all have me dying.
Yeah,
by your commentary, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Jay, I'm sweating a lot. No AC, the AC is fine in here, right?
And thank you for the feedback. The person who told me, no, the AC is spectacular. But thank you for the feedback, the person who told me about, you know, one episode I did, you know, that's when we were still shooting in the house, right? And I was comfortable. I came out my room. I had my do-rag on. And then she was like, oh, you never know what sponsors is watching. I did appreciate that feedback, and you're right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, we chilling, we having a good time, but we also kind of want to be presentable,
right?
You know? And, you know, not every time I'm going to be beautiful and chocolate. I did sometimes where my barber might be busy, but you know what? I still got to try to be as presentable as I can be. So I thank you for a lot of your feedback, right? But I want to kind of change topics too.
What's up? Let's go. Take me there.
Let's stick with the R&B.
All right.
So you actually put me on to the Verzuz. I mean, of course I knew about the Verzuz and everything, but
right.
I'm a busy guy. When you first sent me the link, I saw 4 hours. I'm like, yeah, okay.
No, that's not it. I sent him links multiple times throughout the day. And he checks them like once a week. Then when I speak to him about a topic, he's like, yo, I'm like, yo, dude, I sent it to you, right? But you don't respect my DMs enough to look at my stories.
Let me tell you something. This guy, the way his life is set up, right? With his Forex ventures and everything going on, right? He makes money in his sleep, right? Unfortunately, for some of us regular blue-collar guys,
that was all the way true.
For some of us blue-collar guys, we have jobs, right? So I don't have the time he has all the time to be checking link after link after link after link.
He's a selective listener, selective watcher.
But yes, you did send me the Verzuz link, and I did see 4 hours, and I said, yeah, never. But then, 4th of July, we were actually able to slow down and watch the verses.
Talk about entertainment. It was phenomenal, man. Shout out to
man,
Ray
I
J.
enjoyed it, man.
Shout out to Sammy. Shout out to Pleasure P. Shout
All
out
of
to
them.
Bobby V, man.
Bobby V. Shout out to Mario. Shout out to Omarion and everything. And then shout out to Usher, man, because along watching that, we just started getting in touch with our R&B roots,
Hey,
right?
hold on, brother. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the verses, man. I got a question. Who won?
I mean,
it was an R&B Verzuz. So let's not even talk about the openings.
I think Omarion started off really strong. I think he did, but I think over time, because he did more performing than singing, it wore down, and Mario stayed true, right? So I do think that Mario won. And I am a way bigger fan. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do a lot of listening to Omarion. The Omarion I listened to came out 105.1 on Hot 97.
Right.
Mario, I was an actual fan. So, and I'm not being biased. I'm keeping it a buck. I think that over time Mario wore Omarion down.
I'm gonna give it to if we're talking about in terms of R&B, I'll give it to Mario 100%.
But you know what though, Mario also was getting me tight because he kept speaking during Omarion's set.
Listen, man, listen. You gotta like he was very confident because vocally,
be confident when your clock starts.
Vocally, he killed him though.
Yeah, he
right?
did. 1,000%.
I was an Omarion fan. For those of you guys like, oh, come on, bro, hold you down. Like, I was excited, but he just really showed me how.
How could you let somebody lay where I lay? How could?
Nah, he really showed. They were clowning him. They were like, "Yo, look at this dancing nigga," and the whole night. I'm like, "Yo, my God." I think what that did. I was speaking to somebody afterwards, and I think what the verses did show though is that to an extent, Omarion, he's a cork.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa. Why?
Huh?
Why? Where's that coming from?
So
the white sunglasses, because if that's what you want.
No. Nah, because it's like, we've all known people like Omarion. We actually do know people like Omarion, like who go around like, yo, look at me, and I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole dancing thing.
Check out behind the scenes,
huh?
I love you, Febby. He gonna be tight.
He called the name. I ain't called the name. I wasn't even referring to Febby, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But in terms of we know people who act like that and they don't really get far. And
they can get
no,
far.
but they don't. It's not if you can. What Omarion has gotten Omarion it's his somewhat of a swag, the way the media pushes him, and his looks. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but not just that. He also makes time.
Wait, I'm not finished.
Okay, my fault.
But what we saw in the verses is that, because in a way from the verses, like he didn't sing at all, bro. He was trash.
No, he did try to sing. Remember that song?
It was garbage.
Remember when he laid down on the floor?
It was garbage.
Yeah,
Eating watermelon, it was garbage. He's a performer. He's an entertainer. But in terms of vocally, bro, like Mario showed out and was like, yo, that's what he kept saying.
Mario could sing, bro.
He was like, yo, oh, stop it. Oh, stop it.
Let me tell you why I agree with you. And I mentioned this when I was watching it.
Right.
So I remember my first show I ever did was a competition at the Highline Ballroom. You were there.
Right.
And I killed it. You know what I'm saying? I think I had the most people there. And the crowd went crazy because y'all went crazy. And I came in third place. And the people who won were these guys that they sang a song about shitting on the competition.
Right.
And they brought out toilet paper and started tossing it. And one of the feedback was like, you have to be that type of person, right? When you're trying to get to know people, you got to be memorable.
Right.
It's not enough just to have a good show. My feedback for Omarion, and you will watch this one day, I'm speaking into existence, is this. Bro, you're already there. You've been there, you've done that. You got many hits, B2K, this and that.
22 years. Yeah.
All that, watermelons and this and that, leave that for new artists, man. It was too much. And at the end of the day, Mario didn't do none of that, and he won.
And that's what I was trying to say, where it kind of shows he's a cork. And so then afterwards, him and B2K, they kind of went back and forth at it. You got served. They threw some shots at him, and
right.
Whatever his name is, Jay Daz or whatever his name is, Jay Boog, right?
Yeah.
Jay Boogie,
Jay
whatever.
Boog,
yeah. Okay. And whatever. So I feel like Mario won it from an R&B aspect.
But remember what the point we was trying to make though?
What?
about how it's so crazy how
Is R&B dead?
Right, because the crazy thing about it is that as far from what I listen to, from what I know, and we got some younger viewers out there. Actually, shout out to your daughter, my little niece. She was trying to help me create content on 4th of July. So we was trying to figure out what to do. She was trying to teach me things I was not understanding. So I asked her, and I'll probably post a video because I recorded it. I said, niece, I'm not gonna put a name out, but I'm like, niece, if I ask you who is the R&B name of your time, who is it? And she had to think about it. She's like, Giovanni?
She's not really exposed like that, but...
Yeah, that's what you think. Music is music, bro. It's going to get through. Right. But she's like, Giovanni? And I'm like, who?
Right.
So there's maybe some names that I don't know, but as a person, in that 25 to 32 age range, I feel like it's crazy to me how Mario, Omarion, Sammy, Ray J, Pleasure P, even let's bring Trey Songz. These people can come out, drop R&B albums now, and they'll probably still do more, sell more, get more play than any, like, how is it that these people, like, where is R&B where these people who's been there, done that, can still be the talk of the town?
I think that alludes to the fact of certain things that me and you speak about. So I think you can actually even broaden that and take that away from R&B and just talk about artists in today's time versus artists as maybe that crept into the early 2000s. Right? Mario was when?
Mario was
2000s.
Not that early.
No, 2000s, yeah. He wasn't 2010. He was 2000.
No, not 2010, but like 2004.
Yeah, 2000s.
5, 6, around there. Yes, correct.
Anyway, I believe that whatever they had to do to find inspiration to lay out hits and songs, albums and stuff like that, like they really took time in their craft. And I mean, shout out to Tank. Hopefully, one day we'll be on R&B and Money's podcast. You know what I'm saying? But Tank tries to like give today's artists, whether it be hip hop or R&B, their flowers. You know what I'm saying? And their creativity,
which is dope,
right? You know what I'm saying? And I agree with it. However, though, I do think that the reason why you're gonna like this longevity and you'll see like hits that happened 15, 20 years ago will still be hit 30 years ago. It's because they actually took time and find inspiration.
Let me ask you a question that's going.
Wait, hold on. So it could even be like for instance, a female artist that I know you love that you actually got me into was Keisha Cole.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to think that I wasn't fine enough.
Come on, you know what I'm saying?
And I used to think that I wasn't wild enough.
Get your church solo on, man.
But I won't wait.
But the reason why is because when Keisha was coming out with lyrics, I don't know if she wrote that, but even if she didn't write that, where she was getting the lyrics from, you know what I'm saying?
She felt it, man. There's a different level of feeling.
Nowadays, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro, and shout out, because I know a lot of producers, a lot of engineers that's like making beats and stuff like that. But then I just know that a lot of artists too, where it's like you graduate out of school and because you're having a hard time in finding a major, so you just say, you know what, I want to become an artist.
Right. They're not so okay, but that's the question I was gonna ask you because I understand what you're saying. So they're not coming from a place of passion and struggle.
No,
they're coming from a place of
where's the inspiration coming from?
Because music has become easy to do.
Right.
Real music is not easy to do. Real music is not easy to do, but it is easy to it's easier to promote, it's easier to become commercial, it's easier to get found nowadays. But let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Do you think that maybe how we feel is an age thing? Like, what if to us we think that those people will still come out and drop albums and then the men and then the women?
It's not
and
that.
People, younger audiences, like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's not that, because so we'll bring my daughter back into this. My daughter, she identifies more with music. Like she likes Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? She likes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Beyonce, of course, but Beyonce, that's just a different beast right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Beyonce and Drake, the new albums that they just dropped, house music.
Yeah, house music.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it has to do with age. I think it really has to do with like good music and real authentic music. You feel it.
Yeah, it transcends time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel it. Like, it doesn't matter if you played in the 60s, you played in 2000.
You're right.
Right.
And you know what's a perfect example of that? We all party. Josh, I don't know if you party, but we party. Right? And what drives the ladies? You could play anything. You could play trap, Afrobeats, hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Let sit back, you this a little close.
Okay.
Feel a little.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
I probably wasn't even born when that song came out.
Right.
And
right.
it still hits. So that's a good point you made. It's valid.
Right.
That's a valid point.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. So is R&B dead? R&B is not dead. R&B just doesn't have that feeling. Doesn't really have that.
But then, oof.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't even have time.
No, we don't.
But does that point to a bigger, which I don't know if it's good or bad.
You got to save the game, baby. What's up?
Are people dealing with the same struggles
don't shy away from that.
People used to?
Stop. Huh?
Are people dealing with the same struggles that we used to in the past?
Of course.
So how come there were people that were able to find the outlet and pour their passion into
different times?
So what do they do now?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It's crazy, right?
The people still going through breakups, drug abuse.
But what are they doing? I was listening to, real quick, my last thought on. I was listening to Kesha, the artist.
Probably by if I hear it by sound.
She got a song called "Praying," right? Which is about something she went through with her producer,
right?
Who was more than a producer to her, but he violated. Every time I hear that song, that joint fills me with so much emotion because it's about betrayal and about her rising above it. You know what I'm saying? And with what I'm going through and the point I'm at in my life, that song means a lot to me, right? But then Kesha is like in our age range and stuff like that. So I feel like, what is it that people do now when they feel something like that? You know, because drill is drill. I get it.
Smoke weed. But cocaine.
But people been smoking weed. People been, you know.
I'm kidding, man.
No, but I'm saying that is a valid point.
Like,
though, but
what avenue do they go through, right? I mean, you got your oldies you got to pull up.
You know what I feel like? I feel like life has gotten too funny. Nobody wants to do nothing unfunny because of like TikTok and shit like that. So instead of them going into the studio and laying down a monster track, they want to.
You sound like an old head saying that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess I'm an old head then, but
pros
that's
and
what
cons.
I see.
TikTok, social media, all that stuff is a more of an advantage to the artist. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what those songs are used for?
What?
Comedy skits. Everything is about trying to make people laugh.
You getting paid or you're not getting paid? If you're getting paid, that's
a whole different topic. We talking about where's the passion and the energy going. We're not talking about money.
Okay.
You get money all types of ways.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, listen.
Okay.
Listen. I think for an episode that we literally just came up with on the fly, I think we did a good job.
This is what Meta Kings is about.
High five, bitch. Not for what is it?
No.
Come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Call me my name, man.
Camera.
Call me my name.
High five, Jay.
Thank you.
Fuck you. You want to leave me hanging? You want to leave me hanging? Go to hell. Nah, but listen. Thank you all for rocking with us, man.
Now wait, hold on. Let me tell you right now.
Yes.
Do not make don't make that a reel, all right?
I love the fact that I'm the editor.
Okay.
I get to do whatever I want.
All right.
Make myself look good. Let me stop. Nah, but listen, thank you guys for rocking with us today, man. As you can tell, we had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. Comment, share, subscribe, like, turn on the post notifications.
Road to 10K.
Yes, we're on the road to 10K, and we can't do it without your help. Shout out to Brooklyn Podcasting Studio. Shout out to Josh. Thank you for the hospitality, man. We appreciate you, bro. So listen, this is where you're going to see us going forward. Hopefully the relationship blossoms. If you're a potential future podcaster and you're looking for a place to podcast, we could drop the link. We could drop all the information in our comments and our bio and everything.
Use Meta Kings to get a 30% off discount, because then we get a 50% off discount.
Josh is like, no. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Yes, but listen, as always, thank you. Jay, do you have any one of your last words of wisdom when the mosquito flies through and you bite it and then the blood?
I'm all about positivity, man. So this week's positivity reflect on just all about awareness, right? Knowing everything that's going on. It's in today's time, and I'm big on personal development. So get your energy up. Go to YouTube. Find an audio book, whatever the situation is. There's a saying that I heard the other day, and I really like it. It goes, "Let us not look back in anger. Let us not look back in anger, no forward in fear, but let's look around us in awareness," right? Mm-hmm. And so just understand that whatever you're going through in life, man, there's an avenue, there's an escape, there's something that can help you to push forward, to be able to do better in life. And I'm here for you. I actually been thinking about that. We'll probably do like a little YouTube or Spotify short, a Meta King short, where it'll be just focused on personal development, because I think that's in today's time where you got mental health going on rising crazy.
Oh, yeah.
People need an avenue where you can be able to say, well, okay, what can I do? What references can I use to get my mind back balanced? Get the equilibrium set.
That's important, because you know what I've dealt with. So. Yo, thank you for those words, bro.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
right?
Listen, thank you for always having those words. I know we take it for granted. I joke about it, but I think people really take that and they go forward with it, and it's important. So listen, we're your Meta Kings. Thank you for another episode of the Meta Kings podcast, where we give our unfiltered opinions on trending topics in the urban culture. I forgot the words. In pop, where we give our unfiltered opinion and trending topics in the urban community. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
We love you.
Everybody talking and talking, seeking attention, hoping for a mention, holding truth ransom. It's J&D. Young king so handsome, talking culture answer. Meta is the answer. We reporting live from New York to Atlanta. Open up your eyes, here's a gift, no Santa. We gon' talk about it, no filter, no censor, cause it's Meta Kings forever. You can help me sing the anthem. Whoa, Meta Kings, Meta Kings.